Aliens are in the ocean, and now we're seeing every one of them in the air. What if aliens are not coming down to us? They're actually trying to leave.
There's a certain blood type. It's the rarest in the world. It's called Rh negative. It's predominantly found in just one area in Europe. And what's interesting is
This guy's been wiring $2 million to random companies.
Whoa.
And now there's investigations.
and they crack down from Sabrina
From
Carpenter.
Sabrina.
What? Humans, we're supposed to consume emotional energy, and when we go to sleep, we power some next. I feel like the world's in a weird place right now, bro.
Super.
Because I feel like we entered a new dimension.
Yeah,
I feel
real
like we
shit.
entered some. I don't know. It doesn't feel like 2024. It
Yeah.
definitely feels different.
When I saw even the fires, right? I don't know why, but it felt like oh, wrong. Like it's like a different type of energy. You know,
It's the
like,
end of the world.
nah, I don't think it's the end of the world, but like you know those ones where it's like you right now you think it's small, but it's really bigger than what it is.
Oh,
type
I've been
thing.
having that feeling.
Yeah.
I've been had that feeling since COVID.
That's what I thought about the LA fires. That's why I was like, yo, this shit, people are thinking it's small, fam. This might be bigger than really what it is.
Did you know Joe Rogan predicted that?
Yeah, I seen.
Yeah, I was actually listening to the podcast because it was him and
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Mhm. Oh my
They were
gosh.
talking about it, and he pretty much said he has a buddy that's a fireman,
Yeah.
and he said that LA is literally one bad
Wind.
wildfire away, one
Right.
bad wind and wildfire away from just completely being burnt up.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that's kind of what happened. There was
Yeah.
like massive winds right as the wildfire went on, and then
Yeah.
just started like spreading everywhere. The embers are flying over,
A lot.
crazy, and people are looting the cribs. You see that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's so funny, like the timing. Obviously, pray for those
Yeah.
people in LA,
Yeah.
right?
God bless you guys. Hope you guys are safe.
Yeah, but the timing with what happened at the Golden Globes, did you see it?
Nah.
Because obviously, men don't want to joke around with the word God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this in Mexico when, remember they did like the whole parade where they were like mocking Jesus, that whole parade, right?
Yeah.
And then the day after, what happened? The Mexico streets flooded, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the Golden Globes, the host, you know, they hire people like comedians to make jokes about other people, right?
Yeah.
And she did one bit and she was like, oh, like the award speeches have been great. Like, let's see the leaderboard on who people are thanking. So it's like 11 people thanked their cast crew. 2 people thanked their mom. And then at the end, it was like 0 people thank God.
Damn. They showed it, but it said 0? Why?
0.
though?
And then they said the creator the creator of the earth, no one thanked. And she was like, oh, that's normal for this godless town.
Oh,
And I was like,
she's trying to
damn.
like make a point.
And literally the day after, fam, boom, that shit happened. It's like, damn.
oh yeah,
Men
because
are
that happened in LA.
Yeah,
that's
they're
because
mocking.
of Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood, fam.
Did you see what happened with it's Haley Baldwin's relative,
No.
Stephen Baldwin. He was just on an interview,
What happened?
and they asked him about Hollywood because he's mentioned before. I think he went public about saying like there's certain things that are demonic in the industry.
Yeah.
And someone asked him again, so you said some things about the Hollywood being demonic.
Yeah.
Do you still think that? You know what he said?
What?
He said, just look at Christmas.
Oh.
So look at Christmas and look at what movies were playing around that time.
Yeah, it was low key. There was like new characters coming out, like the vampire ones.
Yeah, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
There's like obviously some erotic stuff. Yeah.
I
we
know,
watched
I
that
know.
movie.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Christmas.
But every movie that was coming out was about that type of shit.
Yeah.
Was one about the actual nativity, one was
No,
one
it
about
wasn't.
actual Christmas. I
wasn't,
mean,
man.
we don't really get that as much anymore. But what's crazy is what's being promoted is the vampires. Boom, one.
Yeah.
And even crazier,
What?
the only like Christmas-esque movie that came out around that time, the Red One.
Really? What was that even about?
Santa Claus, and it was like a big one though. I think it had The Rock and
Yeah.
Chris Evans. No, but the red one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What does that sound like?
Fam, the one.
The red one, dead ass, right?
That's just not even.
It's like yeah. It's not even hiding in plain sight. Like it's literally that, and I don't know. You can tell right now that instead of people trying to promote, I guess the truth, people are okay with being distracted.
Yes, 100%.
And we're becoming more and more closer to just living in distraction and just being like, hey, you know what? that's the world now.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
fucked up, though.
You know, one of the biggest ones that we're used to now, and we always talk about aliens and the UAPs.
Yeah.
So now on my TikTok, every like 5 swipes is a new video of a man seeing a UFO. But then I seen a person with an interesting theory. Remember, the government said aliens are in the ocean, right? And now we're seeing every one of them in the air. What if aliens are not coming down to us?
Yeah.
They're actually trying to leave.
Yeah, I heard that theory.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Because in the forest, if fire burns down the forest, the instinct of the animal is to leave.
It's to leave.
So now all aliens we're finally seeing, because they're finally coming up from the ocean. That's where they're going, fam.
Because theory is, and yo, you know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
I feel like Marvel always predicts it with shit.
What, they predicted it?
Yo, there's this one movie. It's called The Celestials. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
It's something like, it's called like this Marvel Celestials or whatever.
Yeah.
But Eternals, that's what it's called. Sorry.
Oh,
it's called
okay,
Eternals.
I've seen Eternals.
Yeah. So you know how in Eternals there's that one huge giant that lives inside the world, and it pretty much destroys the world when it's ready to be born.
Yeah.
So, and that was supposed to be its nature. That's supposed to be its own life. Like that's its nature of how it ends up becoming.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't care about every other life form that lives on there. The theory is, what if there's something already set for the world, whether it be, I don't know, it expands into a different reality, it changes, shit just gets destroyed, rebirths.
Yeah.
Because that's how life happens. The Big Bang, how'd that happen?
Facts.
From destruction. It just came out, boom, changed everything, changed the whole world. But I feel like that theory with the aliens leaving, I think it holds true, because if it does feel like people are getting ready for something.
Yeah.
And whether it be asteroid, whether it be just like even war, something is coming, and it's kind of inevitable. I don't want to like manifest that. I don't want to like put that out into the world, but it's something's
and
meant to come, right?
And all I'm gonna say is, be careful what you believe. Like, if stuff goes to shit, God willing it doesn't, right? Something like the Project Bluebeam says that something will come down to save us, and then that's the one we praise. And it's shown in The Simpsons, like the big Margaret coming down, and then like everyone just worships her now. So just remember, believe the right thing. You know what I mean? Don't be too caught up in like, oh, that's our savior, that's our savior.
You know what still fucks me up to this day? That one Rick and Morty episode where the whole world that they live in was created for Rick's battery. I think we talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine your whole entire life and everybody's life is meant for another purpose it doesn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
But on the outside, like, we're just a whole ball of energy, and we're just like living in someone's car battery.
Yeah. Isn't that like no, that's not quantum jumping, right?
No,
like going
no.
into something else.
That's not what that is.
Okay.
No, but
it's more of like the egg theory then.
No,
no.
Egg theory is different lives.
Okay.
So what it's like is, we think our reality is everything, but outside of us, there could be something completely different, and the purpose of the world isn't even what we fathom.
True.
Like, you know, remember we had GG on here? GG. And do you remember his theory about the world?
No, I forgot a lot of shit he said still.
So he had a theory that pretty much said humans, what's the purpose of humans? What type of, like, I don't know, energy could you take from a human?
I forget what he said.
He said,
is it to recreate or no?
He said we're supposed to consume emotional energy, and when we go to sleep, we power some next battery. Or it's an energy that's dispersed into some next.
Really? He said that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Damn.
But if you think about it, like, it could go, because what do? We do take emotional energy. We do like use it in some sense, in some form.
Yeah.
Whether it be happiness, joy, or even just like sadness, anger. Emotional energy is something we all carry.
True. So do you believe that there are multiple like parallels in universes, right?
So my theory with that.
I want to get your take on that first.
So my theory with that, I feel like there are multiple universes, and there's so many different realities.
Yeah.
And the one we're supposed to be on is the one. It's like, how do I explain it to you? It's like this. Let's say you have an idea to be a director. Let's say you want to be a director, right?
Okay.
And you're on this path. You're headed toward it. Boom, 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 boom. Because you're on that path, only like certain realities would open up to you, right? Now, I think just based on the frequency that we carry, whether it be believing it that we are gonna be that or not, that's the reality we end up shifting onto.
Word.
So, and check this out. And I think the way it works too is, and I said this to you before,
Yeah.
I might not be your Carlos from your original reality, if that makes sense to you.
Because you Carlos jumped and you came back.
No, you are the only one that's moving different realities.
Oh.
So when you go to bed and let's say you want to manifest or live into a life
That's so fucked.
that, I guess, like I said, you want to be an athlete. Let's say you want to be an athlete.
Now I'm talking to a different Carlos.
In the reality, if you wanted to be an athlete.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that one. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And I've seen more videos like of people doing that jump into universes, and it's like they manifested so hard that some person showed a video of themselves before they did it and after, and they
have different moles and stuff, right?
Their facial structure is like it went from like chubby to like muscular.
Yeah.
It's like maybe they wanna be skinny in another parallel universe. If you manifest that hard, you can do that.
That's crazy.
It's fucked,
That's
fam.
actually so crazy. Cause I think like growing up, bro, I straight up, I'm telling you right now, like growing up, I would look at myself in the mirror and see how I look right now.
Really?
Yeah, like I would kind of like have an image in my head of how my build is, like my hair.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. Like I could see it, but I don't see it exactly how I see it.
Yeah.
I see it an idea of, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's almost like you want to eat something, right?
Yeah.
You know you're gonna have food, but you don't know what food you're gonna get.
Okay.
But you know you'll have food.
Yes.
It's either you have, you know, does that make sense?
I get
Like,
it.
you know you're gonna have this,
Yeah.
but you don't know the details. Like I'm gonna serve you a burger. You can't tell me how many sesame seeds are on the bun.
Okay, so you
Type shit.
manifested what generally you're gonna look like, but
Yeah.
you don't know like, oh, maybe my hair was different.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Okay, I get it.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But with the Big Bang Theory, I also seen this theory where because this happened recently. So NASA, you know the thing in Stranger Things, it's called the Upside Down.
Yeah.
So in the most sus place in the world, Antarctica, they found something very similar to the Upside Down. It's just another universe, but it's weird because that universe moves backwards.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, so it switches time?
Yeah, it's time traveling backwards.
Oh, shit.
So they did it with there's like this antenna, right?
Yeah.
So how they found it was all the particles in the earth, it's like some next scientific term, I don't know, but all these specific particles, they track it with an antenna, and usually they come down from Earth, right? But in that specific place in Antarctica, they were moving up, right? So it's like, to dumb it down, it's like a rock going up a mountain with no wind. So
What?
Man's in physics like, what is this?
Yeah.
So the researcher that did it, he was like, okay, this is like the easiest way I can break it down. When the Big Bang happened, there was two universes, right? And the other universe is in backwards, and the people think in the reverse universe, they think we're moving.
That's
in reverse.
Tenet. You ever hear about Tenet?
Haven't, no.
No?
What's Tenet?
It's a movie by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yo, it's a movie, but
Yeah.
it has that concept of some things are moving forward, but
And
other
some-
things are moving backwards.
Yeah.
So, but those two things can happen simultaneously. That's what the movie is. That whole concept of it.
Yeah, and there's like this trend going on TikTok where people record random people walking backwards for some reason.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, why are people randomly walking backwards in the middle of nowhere? Is this another universe that I just went in?
Yo, I think it's actually confirmed. Like people are.
Yeah, NASA put out an article.
Okay, I have a question for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Check this out. So, do you think, like we were talking about before, if the world had a whole different purpose,
Yeah.
but the elites that actually know the information, do you think like they would just be hiding the truth from us because for the sake of our sanity? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Do you think they would just save us for the sake of our sanity that we can't comprehend that shit?
Low key, because that's a lot to take in.
Because it could, if you think about it, like, if we're actually just a speck on a plant type of thing, right? And we find proof of that. Obviously, I don't believe in that.
You would go crazy.
I feel like people would just,
Yeah.
want to exit.
Yeah, it's scary. Cause I think that's why men. This is fucked, but like they low-key just do it in waves. Like, okay, we'll do aliens this one year. We'll do this another. Cause if it was all of one,
Like slowly and slowly get you
Yeah,
comfortable.
No,
that's what they do.
Damn.
No,
yeah.
they get you comfortable. So they give you this, like, yo, try this one.
Yeah, try it out.
Try this. Now try this one.
It's fucked to say, but like it makes sense.
It makes sense. No, it actually makes sense. Because if they drop something so heavy for our brains that we can't comprehend it and we'll just go into panic and shock, fam, it's not gonna be good. Now, I have a theory for you.
Okay.
You ever hear about the Nemo theory?
Nah.
You ever hear about it?
Nah, what is that?
There's a theory about Nemo, his mother, actually being the villain in the movie.
What the heck?
So remember when Nemo was born?
Yeah.
In the very beginning of the movie, it was
the dad and
it was the dad and the mom.
Okay.
Remember? But what happens? The barracuda came and then ate all the eggs, except Nemo.
Yeah.
Right? So check this out. In real science, in real animal nature, barracudas do not eat clownfish eggs. Guess who does though?
The clownfish?
Clownfish eat clownfish eggs.
Wait.
So the theory is what actually happened was the mother ate all of the clownfish eggs.
Oh, to protect?
No.
Oh, what?
Just left Nemo. Now, when Nemo grew up and I think his name's Marlin, right?
Yeah, Marlin, the dad.
And the dad. So Nemo and his dad, they grew up. Nemo's dad just told him that story about the barracuda to save his sanity of not understanding, because for him to fathom that his mother was the one that killed all of his siblings.
But why would the mom do that in the first place, though?
No, that's just their nature. Clownfish eat clownfish eggs.
Word.
So the mom probably ate all of the clownfish eggs and then just damaged Nemo, and then Nemo was the only one that came out. Remember? And then he just had like a little fin.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because the egg was like damaged.
Yeah. Fuck. That's so
Because barracuda's dead at. Yeah, it's dark.
That's so
It's like dark shit. But if you think about it, it does make sense.
I get but okay. Oh, never mind. So that whole barracuda thing was just a made up thing.
That's the story he told Nemo.
Yeah. But maybe the dad ate some too. You never know.
You never know. You never know still.
Maybe the dad was like,
the dad
let's just leave this one.
too still. No, because
That's funny.
I think why it makes sense is because I feel like a lot of times we're told stories, and this goes with Jumpers Jump as a whole. Like, we're told stories that it's for the sake of us to understand rather than to freak out, if that makes sense.
I guess, yeah. Have you ever told like your parents like not tell you like some type of lore before or after it happens?
Oh,
like,
you know what? Do you have any?
Yeah, I have a lot, but I can't say it on here.
Wait, why?
No, because it's like I'm like, that's too personal for them. Like, there's some shit like that happens in the Philippines that they only told me after because I would get scared if I was in the Philippines.
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. There's certain things with food, like
food.
Yeah. So, for example, we have a dish. You know, this dish is like dila the beef tongue?
Chocolate. The chocolate?
No, that's dinuguan.
Oh,
the beef tongue.
I think so. Yeah, I probably had it.
It's literally like a cow tongue.
Ew.
But it just looks like beef. It just looks like steak. Type of thing.
So food.
Like
beef
beef tenderloin.
That's obvious though.
No, but they wouldn't tell me it, so I would eat it, and then one day it was dropped on me. Like, oh, fuck.
Or no,
I'm eating.
I'm talking like one of your friends tell you like they're adopted, like, and when you're like having a random deep convo and they just, yo, I'm adopted, fam. Like that type of lore.
One of my favorite tropes in movies is kind of that, where their whole life they think somebody's the villain, but realistically they're actually the hero saving them. That's one of my favorite tropes. Or I don't know if that's what you call it, but like plot. The plot. What does trope mean? It means like
a theme,
couple?
I guess. I don't know.
I think it means
I'm not a cinematic.
I have no idea. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's something along the line.
Yeah.
But great ones like Itachi. So you know the story in Naruto?
Kinda.
So pretty much Sasuke, his brother Itachi murdered his whole clan.
Okay.
His family, his parents,
like
everything. But kept Sasuke alive.
Yeah.
Sasuke thought, oh, Itachi is just this villain. He's just an evil guy, like whatever, killing all of her family. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
But the reasoning was his clan was going to attack the Leaf Village, and Itachi wanted to stop them because it would have been a huge war, and it would have probably killed Sasuke. Because the Leaf Village would probably just wipe all of them out.
Yeah, my favorite trope is the misunderstood guy, and he's just like here. He's like sitting on a roof or some shit.
What?
Like I swear that's in every anime. Like there's always a shot of some like brother that is like always the shadow of another brother, and he's just like this. I swear it's a popular one too. You should know it.
Wait,
he's
are you talking about Chainsaw Man? Oh no,
this.
that's L.
Like this guy.
That's some Death Note. That's some Death Note.
Super misunderstood. I fuck with those characters. I was running the beep test.
Yeah.
And I think one of my favorite motivational to say is like, yo, because it was only me and Seon. There was only two mans left, right?
Yeah.
And we were at level 15, fam. I wanted to give up, but then I'm like, nah, you always coming in second, bro. And I always tell myself that to motivate me, and it made me run like like 5 more minutes.
Wait, did you win it?
No, I didn't, because that guy is fucking marathon runner, fam. Yeah, but yo, it was like my favorite, like motivational when I really need to lock in. Nah, you always come in second, bro. You never want first. That's the always one. Yeah.
I think mine for motivation, it's literally, do you want to die here today?
Are you dead ass?
Like,
Oh, that's
in my
some
head,
John Jones shit.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to die here today?
Yeah.
Why not? Like, what do you want to do?
I swear John Jones did say that.
No, because it's like this. You know how I'm a huge fan of that Kiwi concept?
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
oh, the one jumping off the building.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do something, you have to do it all to your all, fam. You have to do it to your all. Because if you're not doing it to your all, then what's the point of even trying?
That's true.
In my opinion, because it's like, look, if you just go around life just trying here and there, yeah, it's good experience, this and that, but you'll never know your true potential if you never really give your all.
Yeah. Because what if it did work out, fam?
Exactly. And I think that's that's what breaks my heart the most is when, like, I have so many friends that have so much talent.
Yeah.
And I look at them like, yo, you guys have talent.
Yeah.
But it hurts. It literally hurts to see they don't want to give it their all. Like, they don't want to try because maybe in their head, they don't think they deserve it. I don't know.
Yeah. By you guys even like shooting and posting, that's already 90% of the battle, because 90% of people are not posting it. You know what I mean? Because they don't even want to try because they're scared of that, like, oh, my friends aren't going to think I'm cringe. Like, fam, what? Everybody was cringe until it worked. Like, I swear this has been a lesson.
Yeah.
Like, we've been preaching that. It should be normalized.
I think it's changing now.
It should be as normalized as the aliens coming up from the ocean, fam. Like,
I think it's changing now.
Yeah.
But I still see it as a thing of, like, yo, you don't want to like look like you're trying. I hate that though. I hate the concept that you don't want to look like you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Yo, you're supposed to be trying to do something.
And one thing I did learn, and you kind of told me this too, but because people don't vlog the losses, and I've seen this one content creator, and he literally he does your type of content, but he like burps in the middle of his shit, and I was like,
I think I know what you're talking about. Is it a Hawaiian guy?
Yeah. And he's in his garage.
Yeah.
And he's like doing the most like crazy, like no socks on. But that's him though.
Exactly.
And people are gonna fuck with that because they fuck with him. So I'm like, yo, that makes so much sense. If you just show yourself, because sometimes I'd be cutting out like clips of my vlog where I mess up. But fam, it's funny. Like I should have kept that in.
Yo, I think there's a huge like push.
Yeah.
And almost like a want. Like people want to just see real people. Like real authentic emotions, things happening. Enough with scripts. You know? Enough with scripts. Like we just want to hear
what you're trying to say.
Yeah, we'll hear what you're actually trying to be and be it. You know?
Yeah.
Because what happens is if everything's fabricated, by the time we get to your content, and if you're fabricated like them, you're just gonna mess up, or you're just gonna mix up in all of the blur and like, you're just another one. But if I see someone like, yo, stuttering in their content or shit, I don't know, just not really caring, but still showing up, showing confidence in what they're doing, believing in themselves, fam, I will put my money on that person to go farther than the person that's like, oh, it's got to be perfect like this. This just got to look like them because that's the content that's going on.
Yeah. That's true. And also, I watched The Substance.
You watched it?
I finally got to it because I was like, why didn't Honora win shit? And I was like, The Substance
was fire though. You like it?
No, fam. That one, it's 1. Substance is 1. Honora is like 2 now. Like, I was like, holy smoke.
Substance is crazy.
But fam, yo, now that I get your theories on like the celebrities turning into a thing.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 I discovered. So Sabrina Carpenter. She really looks like an old Madonna.
Really?
Yeah, if you search it up, and there's this other one. Hold on. I think it's Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid looks exactly like this.
It would make sense, Sabrina Carpenter and Madonna, because they're both singers.
They're both
like
singers,
yeah.
and who blew up recently? Sabrina Carpenter. Her whole tour out of nowhere. She was like, she did the Disney stuff for so many years. This is your push.
That's her substance.
Yes, fam. Look at Bella Hadid and Carla Bruni,
Oh my
fam.
God.
But look, this is when they're old, but look when they're young.
Yo.
Same exact shit, fam.
That looks exactly like her.
What, dog? Crazy.
It could be, bro.
Yeah.
It could be, or it could just be like, you know, the Get Out thing, where they just take their consciousness and they just put it in a different person.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it could be just that.
That could be it too.
I think Jordan Peele, when he made that movie, he actually knew some shit going on, bro. No, Jordan knew some shit going on. And then fuck it, I'm telling. He's like, I'm telling.
Yo, Jordan Peele, whenever he makes movies.
Not Jordan Peele.
Oh, no.
Jordan Peele, he's on the Warriors, fam.
I swear you said Jordan Peele.
No, Jordan Peele.
You said Jordan Peele.
No, I said Jordan Peele.
Loki, I think you said Jordan Peele.
No, bro. Okay.
Jordan Peele.
I have another theory for you.
Okay.
It's actually not a theory. It's more of like, yeah, I guess it is a theory. So there's a certain blood type.
Yeah.
I think it's the rarest in the world. It's called Rh negative blood type.
I've only heard of that. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's one of literally the rarest blood type in the world.
Yeah.
And it's predominantly found in just one area in Europe. And what's interesting is the same place where they're from, where they find the blood type, they speak a dialect and a language that matches and originates from nothing around Europe.
Yeah.
So the theory is going, are they human / alien hybrids?
Oh.
Are they different humans, right? Because why do they have a different blood type?
Yeah.
And also, one of the interesting traits of people with Rh negative blood type is they have red hair. And as we know, red hair is a mutation. Like it's something very, very rare. Like you don't really find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Now it gets even deeper, ready?
Okay.
It gets even deeper. So the theory goes even more that they're not aliens, but they're actually, remember in the book of Enoch, they talked about fallen angels?
Oh, yeah.
So in the book of Enoch, there's fallen angels and they gave birth to Nephilim. So Nephilim are giants, right?
Okay.
And they're half human, half angel, half fallen
yeah.
angel. The giants, when they're written in history, the way they're described is with red hair.
Yo. Nah.
And there's certain tribes of people that are still really, I think certain Maori tribes, they have red hair and they're like huge.
Holy fuck.
So people think if you have that Rh negative blood type, you could either be an alien or
a giant.
Like a giant, or just originated, your bloodline came from giants.
Where is this again? So Europe?
It's in Europe. Hold on.
And is it only in Europe?
I'll tell you the exact location.
Okay, bet.
This is in Iberian Peninsula.
Okay.
So there's a few different countries or parts of it. I can't even pronounce this.
Okay, bet.
Wait, I can't even pronounce this.
That's okay. Geography is a myth, fam.
Biscaya?
This guy sounds like Philippines. Biscaya.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they also speak a language that nobody else speaks.
Yeah. Damn, fallen angel, huh?
Yeah, some people think those fallen angels may have been like the Anunnaki or like literally these, because you know the Anunnaki story, how it literally matches up to the book of Enoch, where fallen angels came down and they kind of made human slaves and they mated with humans and they made all these half human, half whatever alien people.
Yeah, I've seen that podcast too, the one with Cat Williams. He was like going off about the whole tribe, fam.
Shit, bro.
Crazy, fam.
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? You bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is the key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code JUMPERSJUMP. That's code JUMPERSJUMP, JUMPERS JUMP, for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789 877-829-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Shit.
Oh, and also I didn't talk about this, but in the fires in LA, there was a news report, and when they were showing the neighborhood that was burnt down, under a tree was an angel, like an angel statue. Word? Yeah, it was so crazy, like out of a movie, fam. And it had colored, like it had blue wings, it was a white dress, everything blue, but everything around it was black. The only thing that didn't burn down was the angel. Yeah.
I seen so many videos of Bibles being in a car, or being in a house, like the whole place burns down, the whole car burns down, but the Bible just like just there.
And also Sabrina Carpenter was actually getting controversy for her latest music video. I don't know if you've seen it.
What was the music video?
I think her song was For Feather. So she went to Brooklyn and she asked the pastor, could I shoot a scene in the Catholic Church? And the pastor,
and she blasphemized it?
Yeah, and the pastor's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, and then she promised, her whole team was like, we'll give $5,000 to the church. We'll just be in and out, right? So if you see, everyone go search up the music video, or Michaela put it on screen. Fam, the actions that she was doing while she was in the church was kind of inappropriate.
What's she doing?
Like, she was doing like the bending down thing. Like, there was a bunch of like random objects, and she was just like going up and down there. And I'm like, yo, like.
But she does like sexualizing her stuff a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
her thing. That's her thing.
Yeah, and then but it went crazier because that pastor, the reason why he accepted the $5,000 because he's been managing the money, and they looked even closer. Fam, this guy's been wiring $2 million to random companies.
Whoa.
And now there's investigations on that guy right now.
Whoa.
To see where is this money going.
And they cracked down from Sabrina Carpenter.
From Sabrina Carpenter's video, yeah. Like, the bishop of the church got involved because of that. Yeah.
The Catholic Church? Like, this is actual,
it was a Catholic church in Brooklyn. She was doing the,
what
you know what I mean? It was fucked.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's still gonna be a thing. Like, no matter what, they're gonna sexualize content.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one sin that they can just profit the fuck out of, because it's just straight up nature, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up nature. And I was having this argument with somebody. I don't know if we talked about it, but like the OnlyFans thing.
Oh yeah.
So, do you think OnlyFans models are the problem, or do you think it's men that are the problem?
Fuck, gang. I think it's.
Do you think it's our own like
if we're really looking at the root, like,
do you think porn's the problem, or do you think it's the guys I guess obedience the problem, or like what's the word? I guess maturity.
Yeah, I guess right now I'm leaning more towards it's kind of our fault, because it's like supply and demand.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna make it unless we demand it, right?
I agree.
And like some mans want that, right?
I agree. Yeah.
So that's the fastest way to make bread. Like, okay, why not supply and demand?
Yeah, I agree. But there's still an argument of, yo, back in the day, nobody was really looking at that stuff. So 100%, we weren't obsessed with that.
No, but they were. I seen something where it's like caveman they visualized it though.
Oh really?
Like they drew shit on rocks.
That's crazy.
Loki. It was a Theo Von joke.
Imagine back in the day.
Yeah.
That was your straight job.
Yeah,
because everybody had different jobs. Like, one would be collect some
the
sticks.
guy. Yeah.
One guy's getting stones.
And
One guy's drawing on the cave, drawing a big piece on the cave.
No, I feel like that is actually how it worked, because it went from like paint, like drawings on rocks to like, oh, we have to load up the computer to see this on LimeWire, to now it's like it's fully there.
So do you think our nature is still the same, or do you think it's amplified because there's so much?
I think it's just amplified. It's been there though.
So I personally kind of want to say the product is what's creating more people into it, no?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It can go either way.
Okay, it's like this. So this was the argument.
Okay.
Was I put up a debate where I'm like, yo, it's like saying the drug dealer isn't the problem, and the addicts are the problem.
Is, but it's
like,
really the drug dealer.
Yeah, obviously it's the drug dealer, because he's the one supplying it and giving it to the people. Also, my dad had a theory.
What?
So my dad had an interesting theory. I was always wondering, and tap in the comments what you guys say, and leave a like.
Okay.
This is very interesting, because he gave me a really, really interesting discussion. He said business is about supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
So why would drug dealers keep selling certain drugs that they know would probably kill their customers.
Because they're not morally because that's how they make their bread. So it's when it comes to money, there's no morals for them.
I don't want to say the word of it. It starts with an F, but there's a certain one that it usually kills them, right? Because overdose or whatever, terrible.
Oh yeah.
Now, but from a perspective of like a businessman, and it was really interesting. My dad told me, why would they keep selling it if you know your customer is gonna die? Because they can't come back and buy more. Wouldn't you want something that just keeps them going and they come back and keep spending their money?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And he told me, I'm like, damn, that's actually a really, really interesting.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I didn't know where you were going to go with that, but it makes sense because they would just kill off their customer.
They would kill off their customer. And then you would never want to do that.
Yeah, because that's what's giving you the money.
Now check this out.
Why?
There's conspiracies, fam.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit like dangerous conspiracy, but
okay.
I'm gonna just give a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But there's theories that there's certain initiatives that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I've heard those too.
Yeah. Because it doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Because this is science. This doesn't just come out of,
Yeah, fam. Fuck.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy. And then I deep dived into it. I rabbit holed it. And every single huge, I guess. Damn, I don't want to say it.
No, I know exactly.
Yeah, every single
I've
huge.
seen a podcast talking about the same shit.
Yeah,
too.
like there's huge like diseases or like certain things that came up, and you would call them like eras of great harm and people like being sick and dying. Where did that shit come from?
That's a rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole. I don't even want to talk about that.
The one rabbit hole that I did get into, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the Scientology stuff. Because I remember Jet was like, oh yeah, I did it and I fucked around. Like, and I was like, I really wanted to know what was it. You know what I mean? And there was one guy who infiltrated the whole thing. But like we've seen, and I've heard stories about people that just do the test, right? It's literally an IQ test.
Yeah.
And then they try to put shit on you. But this guy, this YouTuber, he had like one of these Snapchat glasses.
Yeah.
And he went to the church service. And I've never seen...
And it's like a video cam on the glasses,
and
right?
I've never seen a Scientology church service. Like I've seen the questionnaire, but I've never seen it. And all they do, fam, the pastor goes, everyone sit in your seat. You guys sitting? Good. Everyone sit in your seat. You sitting? Good. Everyone sit in your seat. That goes on
That's it?
for 10 minutes, fam. And he's just saying commands over and over.
What's the point of that?
And I'm like, yo, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I went to the comments. I'm like, okay, let's see if people are no. It's just brainwashing technique. If some guy
keeps repeating
an accomplished task, it's gonna get more sensitive to obey him. So when he says, oh, come next week. You're gonna come next week? Yeah. Are you gonna come next week?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Are you gonna come next week?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Fam, it's 10 minutes of one command, 10 minutes of another command. Yo, it kept going. And if you're really just
That's crazy.
Subconsciously like there, yo, you might get fucked up. Like you.
Oh, I had a crazy thought in my head. So imagine this. Imagine we live in a dystopian reality, or even just shit. Who knows? It could be the end of the world. But like, imagine we're put in front of us a choice of something that would be detrimental to our lives, and I guess like sell our soul, whatever it may be, and be destructive, and everybody has to do it, and it would be a double tap. Because our brain and our mind and our whole function has been used to double tapping shit on our phone, bro.
That's so fun. And we're so used to it.
Because like, imagine it gives you an option. Tap it once to do something. Tap it twice to do this.
We're not tapping it once.
Imagine double tapping.
To like a picture, you need to double tap.
Imagine double tapping it.
That's fucked.
That'll be crazy in a movie.
Yeah.
That'll be crazy in a movie. Because it's like that priming thing. Because you told me that story about people priming with the rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like that. Because what happens is you become so used to the action. Oh, I mean, I'm even doing this. What was this from?
Where was it from?
Karate Kid, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Put on the jacket. Put on the jacket. So you
think
think you're just doing a regular task, but actually, they're training you to do karate.
Yeah, fam.
Or like I said that thing with remember that Korean show, Physical 100?
Oh yeah.
That they're trying to get people into the military. Yo,
that was just their like smoke screen.
Yeah, that's just no, like that. They literally just made that so people would, I guess, want to get fit. They would want their whole country to be ready for war.
Yeah.
So What do you think that's in front of us, just hiding in plain sight, happening right now, that we do every day, we consume every day, and we're literally just training our brain to keep doing it? What do you think that would be? Tap in the comments if you guys have an idea of what it would be.
It's probably a lot of media, but it's like, waking up, going on your phone. Wouldn't that? So we're used to technology in our face.
I would say so.
That'd be a good one.
What's something? I feel like there's something obvious.
Well, I feel like that's the point of it, though. Like, we're not supposed to know. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to know unless we really, really deep it. Because that's the whole point, just being subconsciously there. You know what I mean? Maybe the cracks in the concrete is something that we don't know about. Why is there squares instead of circles? You know what I mean?
Squares? Wait, why?
No, because you know the sidewalk with the squares.
Oh, I actually heard a theory about that.
What? The bake your mama back thing?
No, wait, what?
Oh no, you know how like as kids.
Oh, you step on a crack. Yeah, that's superstition. No. There's a theory about squares.
Oh,
about why everything's so straight and why everything is pretty much made like a box.
Why?
Because if you look at things in a box perspective, it has to be man-made. So if you go in nature, show me something that's square or straight.
I don't think there's anything.
So if I could make your whole reality straight, square, you're stuck in my realm. If that makes sense. Also, you know how they say think outside of the box?
Yeah.
That's programming your head to think in the box. Think that you're stuck in this dimension of just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Instead of shapes of sporadic, I guess, movements or whatever it may be. But if you think about it, like go down to tech, go down to shit, it could literally be school.
Yeah, fam.
Everything is shaped like a square.
The desk you're sitting at, fucking, yeah.
And yeah, it's easy to make things straight. It's easy to make things, I guess, a lot of. That's just commercialization of shit.
Yeah.
But why is it though? Why is it all that? And then the conspiracy is because they're training you to be stuck in this box.
Yeah. Nothing in nature, I don't think, is square. I don't think.
No, nothing's
like the
nothing
tree
in nature is square.
Like tree trunks are literally circles too. Yeah.
Nothing, bro.
Fuck, gang.
I think eventually there's gonna be like a crazy. Oh, yo, there's a recent Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Let me know if you know this one.
Which one?
So back in the day, everybody, even me, hopefully you guys remember it too. Everybody remembers dog poo being white.
Dog poo being white.
Do you remember that or no?
No.
You don't remember seeing like white dog poo?
Nah, I don't think so.
What the fuck? Were you ever outside, bro?
Yeah, it was. It's
You never
brown,
seen-
fam.
You never seen white dog poo though?
I have seen white dog poo, but like not a lot of it.
Really?
Like white.
Yeah, like it's whitish.
Nah, you're gaslighting me.
No, bro, I'm straight up not gaslighting you. So a lot of people, they remember seeing white dog poo when they were kids, but nowadays extinct. Like you never see it. Like I haven't seen a white dog poo.
Is that because
since I was like 6 years old?
Okay, but another theory that maybe just because the food back then was like less.
That's what people are saying.
Was less processed or something like that.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. There's a lot less calcium now.
Yeah.
That makes the dog poo white. Some shit like that.
Because some people are telling me they have like super green poos, and they're like, that's normal actually. I'm like, that's not fucking normal.
No, it is normal.
Yeah, that's why I'm like to me, I'm like, I've never heard of that of a green like poo. I was like, yo, that's bad, fam.
Nah. If you eat vegetables, it's green.
I guess.
It's straight up like that.
That's why.
Bro does not eat vegetables, man. No, like if you're eating vegetables, it's gonna be turn green. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. And one thing that I now believe in, it's the burnt toast theory.
What's a burnt toast
where it's
theory?
like so when you wake up in the morning and you have toast, right? And you put the toast in the toaster, boom, it comes out burnt. Now you're kind of delayed and stuff like that, so you have to make another one. So in that minute that you're delayed, it actually could have saved you from like an accident, or it might have pushed you in a way where you might meet someone that's very important in your life. Yeah.
I believe in that.
Cause fam, I went to me and my other friends were planning a weekend, like 2 days to San Diego, right? And we're super amped. Something went wrong when we were booking it, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck it. We're too lazy to like even dispute the whole thing. It's gonna go back in our credit card soon. Fam, that weekend is the weekends of the fires.
Yeah.
So we were gonna be close to LA with the fires,
and then the planes, whatever.
If Air Canada didn't like mess up the credit card stuff, we would have been there.
Damn.
It would have been so fucked. Like I feel like that's the like God protecting me. Like you know what I mean?
No, literally. Like I sometimes whenever I get pissed off of, oh man, I'm late for this, whatever happened, this thing held me back, I couldn't do that. I always think about the Chinese farmer story.
Yeah.
How you know that story, right?
Kinda. Explain it.
Chinese farmer, he had a son.
Okay.
His son broke his leg. And everyone in the town said, oh shit, like I feel so bad. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And Chinese farmer said, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Who can tell? And then they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Next day came. Military looking for men that can fight for the war.
Okay.
His son had a broken leg, so he couldn't go. He stayed home.
So he stayed
home. Now everyone in town said, wow, isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Chinese farmer said, oh, I don't know. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Because you can never know what's gonna happen out of something joyful or something terrible happening, right?
Yeah.
But what you can have is outlook for the future.
Facts.
That's all you can, like, faith that you're gonna be on the right path.
Yeah. And you especially like even like if you have a bad feeling about like even the if we go to LA and you're like, I'm not even feeling this LA trip. The scariest words that can come out of your mouth
If I say
is I'm not feeling
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling this party. I'm not feeling this. That shit's so scary because that shit happens real time. Real time it happens. Like why didn't you just force us to not go, fam?
No, because I want to see how shit plays out. It's still fun, bro.
I guess, bro.
No, like, okay, if you could predict, I don't predict the future.
Yeah.
But if you could predict the future, wouldn't you still want to see how people react?
I guess.
Right? Like, if you're that so Raven, you would still want to see how people react.
Yeah.
Like, if something that cool. Because I was reading Chainsaw Man, and then there's this character that he could see the future, right?
Yeah.
But he still puts him in that scenario just so he can see how it plays out. Like, he literally just wants to see him. He wants to see it happen. It's almost like a teaser. It's like a trailer.
But he's always good though, right? He has like the plot armor, so he's never gonna die. He's just gonna see how people react, right?
Not necessarily. I guess because he knows
Okay.
that's not the end.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he could still prevent it. He just makes shit happen.
Yeah, true.
He can still prevent it.
That's actually true. Why
He
would he
just make
stop
shit
it?
happen. Well, would you
Yeah.
do the same thing?
I would try to prevent it.
You would try to prevent it?
Yeah. But there would be some scenarios where like it would be funny to see it play out because maybe that would be good for that person type thing. You know what I mean? But if it doesn't benefit anyone and it's just gonna be drama, I might just prevent it. It's like situational.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's like if you decide to change something and it was meant to happen this way, isn't it now your like
Yeah, it's your wrongdoing.
you're creating something else?
Yeah, that's your wrongdoing, fam.
So like
You're
let's
playing
say
God.
Yeah, like let's say your homie and this girl were supposed to go somewhere and then you had a bad feeling. So you said, bro, stay with me. But what if you were supposed to go with that girl and then they ended up marrying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's super,
You're kind of playing that part. And I think about that sometimes. I'm like, bro, am I playing chess sometimes with my life where I'm stopping some people from becoming a true whoever? Or is someone stopping me from becoming a better whatever, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes I think about that too. It's like, because life is all about like this choice or that choice,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
And when you simplify life, that's all it is. So if you choose this one, damn, what happened? Would I met a girl or like met a person if I went that way? You know what I mean?
Imagine if I wasn't in your class, like in high school.
Yeah, then the podcast wouldn't
Probably
happen.
podcast
nothing.
wouldn't happen.
We probably wouldn't have the same friends. Like it would have been weird.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and I feel like at certain moments when you get older too, you start to see so many pathways open up and you see like opportunity with this, opportunity with that, opportunity with this and that, right? Imagine I just only took like streetwear serious and then I didn't even care about the podcast.
Yeah. Then
It
you'd
would
probably be big in the streetwear, but the
but
podcast,
like that wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah. Do you think there would have been another? There probably would have been another jumper jump.
I don't know.
Yeah, but just like not us. Damn, that's scary to think about.
That's crazy to think about.
Like, but would there? Cause like our minds are 101.
Yeah.
So it's like, would there be? Like, would that gap be filled? Like, okay, so like if you don't go that way, I feel like a gap has to be filled.
I honestly believe we're dead ass meant to do this.
Yeah.
Like no joke, like no lie, Gavin.
Yeah.
We're meant to think like this.
Yo, my girl asked me yesterday. She's like, yo, if you weren't doing what you were doing now, what would you have done? And nothing could have came to my head, fam. I'm like, damn.
Really?
Yeah, like this is it, fam.
Wait, actually, like,
Yeah.
okay, but what about when you're still when you're still
Because I probably would have forced myself to done accounting, but some way I would have still ended up here. I still had that feeling that I would have ended up in a creative type route. I wouldn't be doing like, you know what I mean?
Damn, because you know that thing I did on my Instagram where like I had different realities of myself and I took pictures. I think about
that picture was deeper than man's bag.
Yo, yeah, if you want to bag it, like it was pretty deep because those could literally be me.
Fam, the empty one. Holy fuck! You're like, yo, I probably would have not been alive by now too. Like that's an option. Like, but people don't bag that. Yo, fam, 23. Yo, you might have not even.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know,
I
think it was like 2022 or 2021. I took a picture. Maybe I should show it.
Yeah, show it.
So it's still on my Instagram. 2022.
Okay.
So on my birthday, I posted this picture, and I have 22 different versions of myself that I could have been. And I took a picture of me like a photographer, me like a rock star, me as a doctor, me as a criminal, me in the military, me as a DJ, whatever. And yo, when I was taking these pictures and I was deciding which ones to take, I was really thinking about where my life could have been, like what real realities could have actually been in. This military one, straight up could have been real.
Yeah,
I was already signed up for the military, everything, this and that.
Mans don't know about that lore, but Carlos would have been in the military.
Like I was literally
he was
already been there. And I just decided, you know what? Maybe not.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Yeah, now we're fucking here.
Literally. Yo, but and then one of them, this is where it gets deep.
Yeah.
One of them's I'm a vegan.
You kind of did. No, you're not really vegan, but you do certain diets.
One of them I'm a vegan. I don't know what this one is. Me with COVID? I don't know. I actually don't know what that one is.
Oh no, I think it's a vet or something. I think I remember that one.
I don't remember. Okay, anyways, I have one here that's blank.
Yeah.
And then that's the version of me that didn't make it to 22.
Yo, that's fucked. Yeah.
So yeah, this one I'm a vet. This one I'm a cowboy.
What,
this one I'm a sneakerhead.
What if like theory? This one, you know how Bob Ross, like his whole life he was painting pictures, but if you didn't know, all those pictures were like the same shit except leading into. So he was just painting a like a whole memory lane of something. You didn't know that?
Yeah,
you kind of told it like a theory.
The Bob Ross murder thing.
Yeah. But like all his paintings led up to one thing. So what if like you complete all those side missions? Like all those actually just.
I don't think you have time in life for all that though.
For what?
I don't think you have enough time in life to do all of that. Yeah, I mean, but then again, there's that one Asian guy that he was an astronaut, a doctor.
Bridget Mendler.
He was a Navy SEAL.
Bridget Mendler was what? Disney star, astronaut, look for NASA now. I think she just got her degree. She does a lot. You can do those, Sam.
I think the only thing about creative paths though is you can do it. You can spend so much time on one project, one creative project, and it's like there's so many ways to do it, right? Like you can spend so much time, but there's so many ways to do it. Let's say your goal was being a bodybuilder. You know the steps, you know exactly your workouts you're gonna do, you put in the work, done. In a creative field though, nothing's promised, one. Number two, it's unlimited.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, there's no like specific right way to do shit. None of that at all. So you can literally do anything ever in your head, right?
Yeah.
And then third is like, how many more people can do that? And in a sense, everybody is a creative. Everybody is an artist in some way.
Yeah, but they just don't want to do it.
Everybody is. And because I truly believe like literally just art is just the person that was brave enough to put it out.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Everybody has art. That person that put it out, they're just brave enough to do it.
Yeah. I've seen like the craziest recently. There's some guy in the underground. He did like you know those things like the art on the street, like contemporary, like it's supposed to be weird, but like he did that and people showed up for it, and all it was is him sitting in a glass box. There's like holes in it, and you have to touch him with a hockey stick.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but that's his art though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was in a museum. Like he was just there. You know what I mean? So like, what is art at this point? Art could be anything as long as you just do it.
You know what though? I have a really interesting like concept of that because what if? Because this is my theory. I have a theory that every single piece of art, you experienced it, I experienced it, but the artists themselves, they experienced it a completely different way.
Yeah.
Even though they were able to like portray an emotion or whatever out of it, them themselves felt a completely different way that we probably wouldn't have felt.
What's that? It's an Asian guy. The one that like,
David Cho?
David Cho. He's like the prime example of that. Because fam, I think he goes like he gets depressed every time he paints, fam. Because he's like, yo, this is like hella emotional for him.
It's just pure emotion.
But dog, yo, we would never see the real emotion in that painting. We always see is the lines.
You
fam.
just see the lines, exactly.
So fucked, yeah.
Exactly. And I think about that about movies too, bro.
Yeah.
When the director's making it, you don't know if he was going through heartbreak.
Yeah.
You don't know if he was going through something good, bad, or whatever. All you saw was the final product. It's like the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I serve you a meal. You didn't know how much
You just
fucking
saw it.
blood, sweat, tears, yelling,
shit.
whatever happened. So my theory too is if you get a good meal at a restaurant,
Yeah.
sometimes the only reason it tastes good is because the energy in the room actually made it better. Because, yo, like in certain kitchens, they probably have bad vibes.
Yeah.
Even though it looked
It
good, it
goes
probably
into the
tasted
food.
like shit.
Goes into the food, fam.
That shit was not made with love.
I low-key, yeah. Like, no, the love thing is real, fam. That's why it's
Yeah.
called soul food, fam.
Yeah, because I think that's why home cooked meals and meals just made with love actually taste better.
Yeah.
That's a valid theory.
Yeah.
Because I think there's an actual frequency when they're making it. Yeah, when they're making it and putting it together, it just makes it taste like shit even though it looks good.
Yeah.
Because yo, they were just bad frequency at that time or bad energy.
I kind of tested this, but I started liking all the positive, what do you call this? Like positive TikToks, right? And at one time, it was all like Bible, like motivation.
Yeah.
And
That's what mine looks like.
Yeah, that week it felt good. But then, you know who Wolfie Coletti is?
No, I don't.
So
I don't think so.
One of the crazy, he does some crazy shit on TikTok. Like he actually got arrested for the stuff he does. But okay, so I'll give you like a quick background. He got arrested because he takes his phone. This is his content.
Yeah.
He takes his phone, goes into Walmart, and he gets the toxin spray and sprays it on all the fruit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he does like
To kill people?
I guess, fam, that's his content. And
That's messed up.
Yo, and one like of that went into like, you know, all the boom gang like type stuff. Like it was all like the crash out shit. Like I'm like, yo, what
And
is
then
this?
that's what's gonna show up.
And then the week of, I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling like good, fam. This is not
Yo,
good energy.
Yo, theory?
Yeah.
Imagine a world where our social media actually reacts with our external life. So imagine like this.
Oh, okay.
So this is some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah.
Imagine you like you said, okay, imagine you like vegan stuff. You walk outside, and because the algorithm, eventually the world's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Because technology's gonna be so advanced that the bus stop, the cars, the Uber you're riding in, it's gonna be catered to exactly your algorithm and your, I guess, character profile, personal profile. You walk into Walmart, all the stuff is gonna be moved toward you based on your taste, all your likes. That's what you're gonna see.
That I think it's called like super intelligent something. It's something called, but it's like the Atari is the Chat GPT, but soon they said that we're gonna come to a conclusion where it's not even like we can't even fathom what the fuck it's doing.
Yeah,
around
I could
us.
see that happening
Yeah.
because imagine this. Imagine your Amazon already knows what you're gonna order, already puts it in your cart, just based off what you've liked on TikTok or what you've watched on YouTube. It already puts shit in your cart, and when you see it in your cart, you're like almost brainwashed, and you see exactly like it knows your brain is gonna be saying yes to purchasing it.
Yeah, it predicts like 5 steps ahead. Like, like sometimes there's ads that don't hit, but like soon, direct what you need.
That's what I think. I think eventually the algorithm's gonna be so smart that it predicts your mood when to buy it too. Like it's gonna put it exactly right in front of you that they know your brain is gonna be a little bit hungry. Buy this burger.
Yeah.
Boom, done, already set. Go.
That would be such a way, like that would be such a superpower if we can think like that though. Because it's like, what if, like, if we had the podcast and I had that superpower, I can predict what the audience wants to hear. Oh, I'm just gonna say that. You know,
I think that's just having a good sense of people. I think that's just having a sense of people.
I judge people on like their awareness and like their social cues, like of how intelligent are they. Like if you can't catch social cues around me, then I actually just think you're stupid.
Really?
Yeah. Like people don't like, okay, bro, like it's obvious it's right there. Like there's a social cue in front of you. Like I want to leave. You should let me leave type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah. I think
there's some people that don't. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like how do you get to that point where you're just oblivious?
I feel like we all subconsciously judge people like that, don't know?
I remember I was in church one day and then I opened it to a random page.
Yeah.
While church was going on, and there was one verse and it was like, how are you gonna look at the speck in my eye when there's a whole like plank in yours.
Yeah,
it's something in the Bible. It's not that, but it's similar to that.
It's like you can't judge other people.
Yeah, because
you might have something that's even
more
bigger.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, that's facts.
Because one of the biggest things I think this is what made me a lot more understanding of people is I would make the exact same choices they would have made. If I were in their shoes, I experienced their life, I ate what they ate that day, my mood was exact, I would have chose that too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see people in terrible positions, I never go, oh man, they're weak, they're blah, blah, blah. Nah, you have to understand, that's how they grew up. That's how their environment shaped them to be for that exact moment. And they chose that.
Yeah.
And it's not to a thing of like, oh, you're better than a person. You should never think like that. You should think, what can I do to help or teach that maybe they can come out of that situation and be better.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I think like people are so caught up in thinking it's a race. Shit is a race.
Yeah, man.
What are people in a rush for?
Yeah, nothing, fam.
What are you gonna get beating this person in that and becoming faster than that person? What are you gonna get out of it?
Oh yeah, what are we rushing for? We're rushing for like very materialistic things. Like we want to get the house, we want to get the thing. But the meaning of life is life. You know what I mean? Real shit is to live.
Yeah.
To be present, fam.
Real talks. Like we don't realize the rushing, that's the distraction.
Yep.
We're already exactly where we need to be right here, right now.
Facts.
Where you're meant to be, where you're blessed to be is right here, right now. And you just don't realize the blessings until it's a little bit more shown, but you just have to look to see.
Yeah, real shit, yeah. I think about that a lot though, because I'm like, yo, because comparison obviously is the thief of joy. So I'm like, yo, I can't. That 17-year-old has a Lambo. Who cares, man? I have a bed I can sleep in.
Yeah, and you don't know that person has a Lambo, this person has that, whatever. But how's their relationship doing?
Yeah.
How is their mother doing?
True.
Do they have billions of dollars? Do they have a good relationship with their dad?
Yeah, fair.
You don't know that, right?
Yeah.
What I always think is the most wealth, literally the most wealth, is your loved ones, the ones you have around you, that you have them with you. Yo, the money, you can always make money, fam.
Yeah, real shit, yeah.
You can always make, like,
They're
that's something
money,
people
fam.
can make. Like, you can make money. Those connections, that's forever.
Yeah,
people will spend money to make connection. People will die for loved ones. And people are still focused on material shit.
Yeah. My sister,
right?
My sister brought up a question because we were talking about the LA fires yesterday, and you know how people had to evacuate, and I seen
they left all their stuff.
No, but I seen some people take like paintings. I seen different people take like their horses because like that's what they value. But if you were in that scenario, say the house, God willing, it doesn't catch on fire.
Yeah,
but,
God forbid.
Yeah, God forbid that. But saying your house anywhere, maybe even you're picking one, does that? What are you taking from it?
My dog.
Your dog? Okay. Like, okay, all your family members are good. Like, you know, obviously it's not family members, but the valuables in your house, what are you taking?
Actually,
not gonna lie, when my sister first asked me that question, I'm like, damn, I'm taking my Balenciaga hoodie.
Actually?
No, but I'm like, I'm taking some hoodies, fam. Like,
are you serious?
Yes, I'm taking some clothes and the Bible, fam, but that's it. Like, if something happened in my room, the only thing I would take was some hoodies and a Bible. Probably my jewelry too, not gonna lie. Like, if I can fit in my pocket, fuck.
Like, my first answer is my phone because I need to call someone.
Yeah.
But I don't think that counts, right? I don't think that's what the answer you wanted.
You would still like, you still pick it up though. Like, that counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like sentimental wise?
Yeah, sentimental wise. Or no, like, what's like the first thing you?
The first thing that came into my head, I gotta get my phone.
Okay, good.
Or like first was my dog. Like I'm gonna get like nobody's gonna get the dog, bro.
Okay, dog's good.
My parents not getting the dog, man.
But there's any like paintings or shit that you value?
Yo, honestly, like I'm very sentimental and I really love all that shit. But I value my life a lot more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
obviously, but you have two
I value
hands.
my life a lot more,
okay,
bro.
but say you could take something like, and
Bruh,
you would still be alive.
If it meant me getting a blister on my finger or me taking my shoes, fam, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like if I would take my shoes, but I'm gonna get burnt on my hand. Fuck that. I'm just going out, bro. Maybe a water bottle because I'll probably be thirsty after.
No, not gonna lie, I'm taking my LaMelo Ball bottle.
No, real shit.
Yeah.
Like I would probably just get my phone just so I could call a fire department. I don't know. Call someone.
Nah, like if I was here, I would definitely take some hoodies. I would definitely take one poster of me on the ground with the hoodies, and probably like the Oxfords because it's like limited edition. You signed that one. That's valuable to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would. I don't know if there's one specific thing though. Like I can't really think of it like that.
Yeah. That shit's scary to even think about. Like that's why it's so fucked up. Like, damn, you have like 5 seconds to make a decision.
But you know what? In my head, fam, I always think in abundance. Like that type of shit, I can just all get back.
Yeah.
Like you remember when we moved?
Which one?
From the condo?
Yeah.
Bro, in my head, I was ready to literally leave all my belongings.
Yeah, you were.
No, like I swear to God, like I could have just left all my belongings, like I wouldn't feel no ways.
Yeah, the only reason because logically it's just not good to waste money. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to waste shit.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't want to be like that.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
you're that mindset. You were good. Yeah.
Yo, I could have just left. You know how much sentimental shit I had in that room?
Yeah, damn, you did.
Like, yo, I had the TIFF raft ticket.
You're ready to leave that?
I don't really care. Like,
what the fuck? Nah,
obviously,
that's
sentimental,
fam.
but you know what I mean? Like, I could let go.
Yeah.
I think what we don't understand is we have to realize a lot of the stuff that we really, really care about. Yeah, it's good to put some emotion into it, love, times and memories, right? But I don't know, like at a certain point, life still goes.
Yeah.
Life still goes. It's not about what happened, it's about what you're gonna do.
True. But I kind of do side with the, like, if there's a memory there, like, you would take it because it's like, it's good to, like, it's always good to look back. Like, it's like the pictures.
But
man.
I remember here.
Yeah, I know, but it's like,
I look back here.
It's like pictures though. Like, you're going to show your kids this, you know what I mean?
I'll tell them. Like, I love talking. Yo, this one day, me and Gavin were at this party, and we had to run from the police.
No, because the only reason why I say that though, because my friend has this like habit, like whenever she's like in a restaurant, so she would take like a sticker from the thing and she would put it in her journal. And when she's writing her journal, she would remember that because that sticker. Like, say today, she would maybe take this piece of leaf, put it in her journal, like stick it on, and then boom, that she would write about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like it's a cool thing to
really cool
to look back at.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in a tough time, you have good times to remember.
No, I do that. It's not like I don't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you don't.
Like, I'm actually a sentimental guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm a sentimental guy. Like,
yeah.
I have a rose petal from prom. Literally, like from the rose.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fire. That's the answer I was looking for.
No, but I'm not taking that with me. Fuck that. I'm not taking that shit.
Obviously.
No, I have my first gray hair.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And it came. You know when it came?
What?
Literally, like third episode of Jumpers Jump.
After the first theory, you were getting old.
No, not getting old. I think it's from stress or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, but I had like a gray hair and I'll pull it out. A white hair, I think that's what you call it.
White hair, yeah.
Yeah, fam. Like I'm sentimental. Like I'll actually, you see my room?
Yeah.
You know shit I collect?
Yeah.
But all of that stuff, even though I collect and I love it, this and that, nothing can compare to what will come and what I love that is not perishable. If that makes sense.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we decide that too.
Yeah, because it might not be perishable to me, but it might be to you.
And we we decide that, right?
Yeah,
we decide that.
Damn, bro.
That's some this one's you shit.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking like, fuck, man, what else would I bring?
I think, like I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I straight up, I think I would be fine.
That's good though, because that means all the materialistic shit doesn't even matter to you.
It doesn't though.
Yeah.
Like as much as people think I'm just saying this to say that, I straight up like don't care.
Make sure family's good first. As long as that's good, we're good, fam.
Yeah, like I'm gonna feel bad later. Like, oh fuck, I remember I had some Chicago ones, but shit, I'm getting another pair. If I really cared about it like that, right? You know why?
Why?
It dates back to this one moment in my life.
So all that moment led up to why you act now.
Yeah. So I had this collection of Nerf guns. Like this is a true story. I swear to God, it's a true story. I had this collection of Nerf guns, right? Every single one I got was from Christmas, my birthday, whatever. Every single one I would play with, I would clean too. I would literally like Lysol wipe that, place it in my closet like an arsenal, like super clean, super organized.
Yeah.
I really cared about that stuff. As time grew, I got older. I'm not playing with it, right?
Yeah.
But there was this one moment I had them all in a hamper in like a laundry bucket, right? Because I'm not playing with this, not in my room no more. And my dad, he gave it away.
Okay.
He gave it away to like just not even a close friend, literally just like an acquaintance. An acquaintance.
Yeah.
Gave away like my whole childhood that I really cared about. I took care of this and that. Fam, did I care? Yeah, fuck it. I was low-key hurt.
Yeah.
But then I realized like, yo, somebody else is probably gonna love it just as much as I loved it, this and that. And it was there in the hamper.
Yeah.
That's a choice I made.
True.
right? That's a choice I made to let it go.
Yeah, true. And that's the nonchalant lore. That's how you became nonchalant.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's so, yeah.
I really cared about it though.
Yeah,
I really cared, fam. But
yeah.
shit.
And there was like a saying, it was like a guy that never cared used to care so much. That's literally you. That's literally you. Yeah.
I feel like I care a lot.
Yeah.
I still care a lot, but
like emotional wise, for me, I used to care a lot. And then now it's like, it's hard for me to cry emotionally now. Cause like, I used to cry so much, you know what I mean? But then now it's like, shit doesn't even faze me. It's because
so you feel like you cried so much that you don't want to cry anymore?
Yeah, fam. And it's weird. Like sometimes I get this feeling like, yo, back then I would have waterworks if you said that to me.
The ashwagandha in the veins.
No, man, don't want to talk about ashwagandha Carlos, fam. That's like LeBron James, all of the lights. Nah, fam, but yeah, fam, it's crazy. That's like every guy that doesn't care always had his villain story.
There's always a story.
Yeah, there's always reasons why. So don't judge, man. Just let them be. Like if they're nonchalant or they care too much, let them.
High key, I will leave it at this. Some of the hardest people in the world, like these people you look at and they seem like they've really done shit. The only way they done shit, they went through some hard
real shit
stuff.
Yeah.
They went through some hard stuff to be like that. They're not just like that.
You can't get just like that.
And even though you don't see it, like there's mental battles those people fought, like, and just came out on.
Put some flawed mangoes on that again, man.
Yo, please, 2025, can we please have some people not just clipping the conspiracy theories and clipping up the deep stuff, like the real talks, please, y'all. And leave a like.
Leave a like, man.
Leave a like. Thank you guys for watching episode of Jumper Jump Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Yes, sir. And then make sure to go to Spotify, Apple, download those episodes. It helps us so much. We love you.
And Jumper Jump out.
Deuces.